Okay, so today is Saturday, June 15th? I think it's 15th. Anyway, so I checked in yesterday and said today I was going to start implementing more of a workout with my PT exercises. So I just wanted to check in. Yes, completely makeup free and post workout. It is so humbling how difficult some things are when you're recovering from surgery. But anyway, today I did walk for 33 minutes without any assistance. It was the first day I did not use my cane. So I walked for 33 minutes and then I did one round of my new workout. So I did and I didn't film it today. I'll film it in a couple days, but I did sit to stands and I used the band. It was the first humbling thing was because I wanted to do it off my exercise bench and it's too low and it hurt. So I had to do it off a chair. So I did some sit to stands and then I did some leg extensions with the ball between my legs. I did some bicep curls and I'm just using my 12-pound weights, which I guess isn't bad, and I'm balancing on one leg for those, and then I'm doing tricep extensions with 10-pound weights, and then I'm doing some mini deadlifts, some stuff at the bar here with my balls, some squats, some pulses, some work for my hamstring and glutes, and then I'm using my just the little yellow band and just doing some lateral walking in the kitchen with that. So, it is just so humbling. This is my, super professional workout log. Whenever I make up a new workout, I put it in there, and I swear I've had this book since, I wish I had the first date on it, but anyway, it's so old. And I was looking at, the crazy workouts I used to do, and it kind of made me sad because I may not be able to do those things in the same fashion I used to. I'm confident I'm going to be able to do some of them, just maybe not so intensely. But anyway, and then I did push-ups, and here's where I started sweating. I could do 10 push-ups, which I guess is better than 2. It's better than 8. It's better than 9. It's going to get better. So those are pretty humbling. And then I did planks, and I could hold it for 45 seconds. And then I did some leg raises, some overhead pulls. I did some crunches. I used my sliders to do my little, I don't even know, kind of like a hamstring curl on the floor, but just alternating legs, and did a chest press with that. And then I did some bridging. And all together with my walk and my one round. I just did one round. I figure I'll add another round as I go because I'm probably going to continue walking before I do it. So trying to give myself a little grace because normally I would probably do 3 rounds of this, but it's okay. But anyway, walking and that took me just a little over an hour, and I burned 500 calories, which I know that's not what it's about. So, but it's just, I like to just track that. So anyway, that is my little check-in. But I'm probably going to film this workout once I get a little bit more streamlined at it. The first day when you do a workout, you're sort of all over the place and not organized with your equipment. And I don't know, this room is kind of small that I'm doing it in anyway, but that's okay. Yeah, so I just wanted to check in how I felt. Yeah, just a little bit, it's a little bit humbling, but it will be okay. Today is Sunday, June 16th, and another milestone is for the first time for my walk and workout. I am now wearing my stretch pants, no longer wearing the billowy blue shorts or the baggy jogging pants. So I am going to go for my walk without my cane or my walker, and I can walk pretty good. So I am back from my walk, and also just needed to mention, I said the date before, but today's Sunday, June 16th. So my first milestone was wearing my regular fitness pants, but then my second milestone was being able to put on my socks by myself. I'll probably have to show a short video on how you do that, because that takes a little bit of coordination with the puller and the picker upper thing, so you kind of have to figure it out. So I wanted to try to do it by myself, and I did. So socks went on, but also just a little update. I did mention yesterday that I was doing my new workout with some of the PT exercises mixed in with some heavier weights, and I did some planks and some push-ups, but was really sore as the day progressed yesterday. So today I went back to doing my walk and then my original PT exercises. So I think that's what I'm going to do this week, is alternate one day with the new workout and then one day with just the PT exercises. So I just definitely am feeling more sore this 3 weeks out for this hip than I was with the other one. So want to make sure that I'm taking care of myself. So that is the little update. Today is Tuesday, June 18th, 2019, and just wanted to give a few updates and share a few things. So I had my post-surgery appointment yesterday. I can't remember if I mentioned this, but it was supposed to be, usually it's 3 weeks after your surgery, so mine should have been last week, and I tried to make it on Thursday, or tried to make the appointment on Thursday, but the physician's assistant who was taking care of me was out of town, and they couldn't see me until yesterday. Well, last week that really upset me, because I wanted to go and be cleared to drive and all of those things as soon as possible. But it was not meant to be. But as I mentioned before, I did drive on Friday anyway. But it was probably for the best that my appointment wasn't until yesterday anyway. It's funny, one of the things with this recovery is just how different you feel each day. And so yesterday was actually a really bad day. I just felt very discouraged. I felt very tired. I think when I got to the appointment, I was already sort of tearing up, just because I'm just not, I don't feel like I'm recovering at the same rate that I did with my first one. So talking to the physician's assistant yesterday was helpful. I work at a school, so he equated my 2 surgeries to a class of students that you might have one year to the class of students you have the next year, and it's just not going to be the same. He said this hip is going to just recover more slowly, and I'm just going to have to be patient. And the one thing, and everyone has told me that, it's just hard. I guess, like I said, I'm just a bit of a doer, so it's hard just to sometimes take it easy. He made me feel better, but I think I just needed to hear from someone, just hearing that you're not a slacker, you just have to listen to your body. And so it was helpful. He did give me, what did he give me? Well, I get, the total hip precautions, cheat sheet, all the things you cannot do for the next couple months. My next appointment will be August 19th, and that's my 90-day appointment, and that's when the precautions get completely lifted. So for now, I cannot stand with my toes turned in, I cannot bend all the way over, I cannot cross my legs. I still have to sleep with something between my legs. And yeah, I can't get up, bent over. You just have to still be really, really careful. But I just think this paper is hilarious. They give you, like, look at the stick figures. Anyway, so I have to make sure that I follow those. he said everything looked good. My x-rays looked good. I have to say it was really weird to see my x-ray and see both hips artificial now. I mean, I had just gotten used to when I saw the x-ray of the other one. I mean, it just looks so weird. I wish I had actually gotten them, but like it just on the x-ray, you know, all your bones are sort of like blurry or they're a little more faded, but like the fake joint just like pops, and it's just so weird to see how it fits in there and then how it's attached to the bone in my leg. It's kind of crazy. I did ask him, the one thing I've noticed during this recovery is that my other hip, it's like it's having sympathy pains or something. The one I had done in November seems to be hurting more now. And he said that's natural because I'm going to be overcompensating with that hip. So that's normal. And then my knee has been sore. And he said it just all depends how badly they manhandled you during the surgery. And what they had to do to take out your old hip and put the new one in. So it kind of grossed me out just to, you know, just to think. Like last time, this might be too graphic for some people, but last time they told me when I woke up from the last surgery, my like hip flexors and almost like my groin was really, really sore. Like I had just done a lot of like abductor work or something. And they said, well, if you only knew what they did to you during the surgery. And then they told me that they basically bring your leg like right up to your face. And I'm assuming that's when the hip is out. I don't know. But anyway, so gross. But anyway, I mean, it's all for the greater good, right? I'm going to be 100%. So yeah, yesterday was just a bit of a rough day. I work at a school, so I'm off for the summer right now, but I was going to the school to meet with my PTA, and I just woke up tired. I went for my walk. Yesterday I did a one round again of my new workout. It was maybe a little bit better than it was on Saturday. So Saturday was the first day that I did the new workout and it exhausted me. So Sunday, I think I mentioned I went back to my basic PT. Then yesterday, I did the one round again. And then actually today, I did my walk and then I did 30 minutes, a 30-minute bar on demand. I go to a Pure Barre studio, and part of your membership, you get the on-demand subscription. I always want to say prescription, subscription. So I thought, okay, I'm going to actually try it. I haven't been feeling strong enough to try it, but I did it and it was okay. I mean, I was dying though. It's crazy. Like just in the warm up, you do like a 90-second plank and I had to drop to my knees. It's just humbling. And I'm really trying, which is again why I'm making these videos, because I need to celebrate the journey. I need to celebrate those little points or else it's very discouraging. So going back to yesterday was just one of those discouraging days. I think because I had to be at my school at 9:30 to meet with my PTA, and I was just so aware of how long everything takes you when you can't bend over and when you need to use one of these to do everything. And it was taking me so long. I was already exhausted by the time I left the house because I'd already, had to just manipulate myself to try to, it was just difficult. And I was just having a pity party. I left here in a bad mood, but it's okay. And then I was sore yesterday. My hip really hurt yesterday. But then, like I said, every day is different. Today I feel really good. Driving didn't hurt me at all. I feel really good today. So what I am thankful for is that yesterday I went to school for a bit, met with my PTA. I had my follow-up appointment at 1, and then, I always want to do stuff. So I was like, I'm going to go to Target because they have dresses. Buy one, get one 50% off. I do not need more dresses. But I was going to go just to look around and maybe buy myself something to feel better. I don't know. But
I hurt and I was tired and I was said, Erica, just go home and just relax. And I did. I came home and I watched like a documentary on Rush, my favorite musical group growing up. They're from the same area that I grew up in. So I watched the documentary. I did some crocheting. I put a lot of ice on my hip and I just relaxed. And I think that helped. So as humbling as it is, I do need to listen to my body, and I think that's where I got emotional yesterday talking during my appointment, just because the physician's assistant said, just now you're moving like the rest of the world. I guess I just take for granted that I'm just one of those people that just I run at high levels. I do a lot in a day, and I like that, and so it's hard for me just to get tired doing simple things. And that's the part that I hate about the recovery, I think, the most. And what discouraged me yesterday at the appointment was he just said that this hip is going to be a couple weeks. He said 3 to 4 weeks, but I don't believe it. But he said 3 to 4 weeks behind the other one. So I'm not going to feel as good on this one as I did on the other one until 3 to 4 weeks later. So that kind of stinks. But that's okay. I'm going to appreciate that today is a good day and I had lots of energy, but I also think because I am on summer holiday, I need to just do stuff while I feel good and then relax when I need to. So this morning I got up early and I went for my walk. I did my Pure Barre. And then I went and did a few errands. I went to Walmart to get some more yarn for my new crocheting project. I did actually buy some of this. He did suggest getting some vitamin E oil for my scarring, and it should soften that up. So I'm hoping that will help. I actually did go, there's a week of free tanning at one of the local tanning beds. So I did go. I like to lay out in the summer, and I can't lay out right now. We're going to go on holiday in about a month, and I just don't want to get burned. So I did go for a free tan. I only stayed in for 5 minutes, though, because I am, like, so pale right now. So I am thinking about doing that red light therapy, though, after I get back and everything. I heard it's really, really good for your skin. I'm going to look a little bit more into that. However, I did want to share with you one of the other struggles during hip surgery recovery is sleeping. Sleeping sucks when you're recovering. However, I think last night I did have a good sleep. I'm finally able to sleep on my side, which that has been the struggle too, because the side I have to sleep on is the side that I had the surgery on in November, and it's still a little tender. But last night I was able to lie on that side a little bit better, but you do have to keep something between your legs. I am going to show you, hopefully you can see this. This is my nemesis, the big pink wedge. I don't know if yours will be pink, but mine was pink. I think they think by making it pink it will make it less daunting. But anyway, this is what you have to sleep with between your legs, lying on your back. And oh my gosh, like, although we learned a little bit this time around, last time it was awful because the hip that I didn't have done at the time was so tight that this thing was too wide and it was killing me. So my husband actually cut it down so I was able to fit it between my legs, for lack of a better term. But last time we were so cautious, like we would strap me in and it was awful because I couldn't get up without like calling for somebody to come and unstrap me. So this time around, we learned that you don't have to be strapped in. You just kind of wedge it between your legs. And I learned a few tricks, because the one thing I found is like laying on your back with this thing between your legs, trying to sleep. If you sleep for any more than like an hour, the back of my heels would start burning. The back of my heels, is that even a thing? Like my heels, I guess, would start burning from being in the same spot. So we learned to put a pillow under my feet, but you have to put it like so your ankles almost come off the pillow, so there's nothing touching the bottoms of your feet or your heels. So I've learned that trick, so that did help. And then, like I said, last night was the first time I was able to, like, I started on my back, laying with this, and then I woke up uncomfortable, so I was able to put a pillow between my legs and then lay on my side. And then I woke up uncomfortable from that, and I was able to go back with the wedge again. I think I did that 4 times. So actually, last night was the first night that I did not wake up in the middle of the night and was up for like 3 hours. Like every other night, like you can only sleep for a certain amount of time, and then when I wake up, I don't know, I can't go back to sleep. It's like I don't want to go back to sleep because it's so uncomfortable. So like I sit up and I crochet or I read or I watch TV, and I'm so sick of watching TV, I tell you. Like I don't normally watch that much TV. I've watched the whole series of Blue Bloods, which is a great show, but by the end, in season 8, I was like, I'm so tired of Blue Bloods. Now we started watching Blacklist, so a little bit of a switch. But now I'm into a book that I like, and I have been doing a lot of crocheting, so that's been fun. But anyway, so last night I think was the first good sleep I've gotten, so I feel pretty good. So I just wanted to show you the pink wedge, and then also the new best friend is the picker-upper. I just bought another new one. I have 3 now because I keep forgetting to take them with me when I go out. So I think I need to leave one in my car so it's always there. But I tell you, that's a lifesaver because if you drop something out in public, you can't bend over to pick it up. Although I will show you at some point when I'm standing, maybe when I do my next workout, the way that you can bend over. If you have the balance, I kind of do like a star pose on the side and can bend over and pick things up because I kind of use my body as a lever and I'm not breaking any of my precautions. So anyway, and then I'm also going to share with you whether I think I'll include it right after I finish talking is my other milestone of putting on the socks. I do mention that. So I actually filmed a little bit of footage of how you put on socks. So again, that's another one of those little things that you just need to be thankful for, even though it takes like 7 minutes to put on socks when normally it would take you what, like 30 seconds. But anyway, it's all about the journey is what I'll keep telling myself. So enjoy that footage and thank you for listening. Thank you for watching and have a great day. I will remain positive and feeling good.
Hey, I am going to attempt to show you how I put on my socks. This took me a bit of time to figure out, and my husband keeps telling me I have to get bigger socks to do this with. So you use your grabber, and I hold part of the sock with the grabber, and then I grab this other thing, which is like the pant puller downer. Those are the technical terms, by the way. And this can get a little frustrating. Sometimes it almost makes me want to cry doing it because it's so challenging just to put on your socks after you've had hip surgery, right? But then other times I find it very gratifying because, you know, yeah, it's the little things, right? You got to celebrate the little things. So you just keep kind of working it up. And I get it to a point that I stand, and then this doesn't always work, and then I give myself a little hamstring curl and attempt to pull it around the ankle, never breaking my hip precautions. There! Oh my gosh! It's okay, today was a gratifying day, not a frustrating one. My sock is now on. I'm going to attempt the other one. And that was my new foot, hip, leg. So we'll do the other one. So again, I roll the sock up. I just turned it right side out because it was inside out. Grab it with one side. Grab it with the other. Now if anybody else has any tips, that'd be amazing. So I kind of plant it and pull it, work it. It's just sometimes so frustrating. I did go into work for a little bit yesterday, and just the extra time you have to give yourself to do things sometimes can just be exhausting. Yesterday was a rough day. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. I just wasn't in a good headspace, I suppose, and I was tired and sore. Anyway, I'm not going to have a pity party. I already had one. So today I will celebrate socks. Look at that! I got them both on pretty quick. And shoes, pretty self-explanatory. I realize so anyway, I bought these shoes when I recovered last time, and I bought them actually in 2 colors. They are amazing because you don't have to worry about laces, but they're also just the best shoes. I'm probably just going to keep on buying them because I love them. But I do notice, I don't know, have you ever done this? Like you buy 2 things that are exactly the same, but yet they're still slightly different. Everything's the same, the number's the same, the size is the same, the brand is the same, but yet these ones fit a little bit better. I don't know, but anyway, so these ones go on a little bit easier, but I don't know. Just, I'm walking around the neighborhood, and for some reason I feel like my shoes need to match my gym pants. So you gotta kind of, these ones are just a little bit harder. So I kind of work myself. Actually, I'm going to do this one first. This one's a little easier. It's still a little rough with there. Ooh, that went on real quick. And sometimes I do a little pulley pull. Yay! I don't know. This one's a bit of a struggle right now. Oh, there we go. You just got to get the angle right. And bam! Woohoo! Okay, I'm glad I filmed that because like I said in my first video, this is all to keep my mindset right and to celebrate the little things, especially when I had a day like yesterday where I was so tired by like 2 o'clock just from being at work for a couple hours, and that kind of stuff just annoys me because I just want my energy 100%. But anyway, there we go. And